The ball is now in the Senate's court. The House passed a bill overwhelmingly that would force TikTok to divest here in the U.S. And they might shut it down unless they get away from their Chinese parent company. Republican Senator Josh Hawley is waiting for action on the Senate side. He joins me now. And sir, good morning to you. I know how you feel about this, but I also know how the vote went in the House. Chuck Schumer says this: the Senate will review the legislation when it comes over from the House. And that was pretty much it. But after a 352 to 65 vote, does the Senate feel a sense that they have to do something?
Well, I sure hope so, Bill. I mean, the time to ban TikTok in the United States has long since passed. The truth is, we need to put Americans back in charge of their own media. We don't want China owning American media. I don't want them owning American farmland, owning American industry. We need to put Americans back in charge of all of those things. TikTok is a great place to start, and I hope the Senate will take it up quickly. But I have to tell you, Bill, I'm not holding my breath because TikTok, they've spent a lot of money buying influence.
Okay, I want to play two pieces of sound here, okay? First is from Shu Chu. He's the CEO of TikTok, works out of Singapore. This is his statement, on TikTok last night about 6:45.
We will not stop fighting and advocating for you. We will continue to do all we can, including exercising our legal rights, to protect this amazing platform that we have built with you. We believe we can overcome this together. I encourage you to keep sharing your stories. Share them with your friends. Share them with your family. Share them with your senators. Protect your constitutional rights. Make your voices heard.
I want you to respond to that and that line about legal rights. We going to court?
Well, listen, first of all, the Chinese Communist Party, that is the one that has the back door to every American's life through TikTok, they don't have constitutional rights. They don't have a right to spy. That's what this is about. We don't want any American small business or creator to be dependent on China or some Chinese-based platform that is a backdoor for the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, let's trust American innovation here. But he's not wrong about the influence that TikTok has, Bill, in terms of TikTok has spent millions and millions of dollars trying to buy influence at the Senate. And I'm just being honest with you, they have bought a lot of influence. Follow the money is the adage that we should walk.
Okay, so one of the arguments that the company makes, and they advertise sometimes on our channel, you got these influencers and small business owners who say they make a lot of money off the app. This was at a small business rally near the White House this week. Happened yesterday, and here's a few of them making their case. Watch here.
The longer time goes, the more they'll realize the damage that it'll do to the American people. They'll start to take heed to the things that we want them to reform, things that we want them to actually go into, like stopping and resolving those problems. TikTok is not one of those things.
This will heavily influence on how I vote from today and for the rest of my life, because if you vote against freedom of speech, you don't really stand for me.
What would you say to them?
I would just say that we don't want any American to be dependent on a Chinese-based app, on a Chinese platform, on the Chinese government. I mean, this is why we need American innovation. This is why we need to put Americans back in control of their own media. I mean, the idea that China would try to use American business people, American creators, make them dependent on the Chinese government, and then say, oh, look, we're going to use them as a shield. That shouldn't be the case. No American should be dependent in that way and have to rely on this app. We want American innovation to take the lead here. We want Americans to be in control of their own media.
On that point, Steve Mnuchin, former Treasury Secretary on CNBC earlier today, said that he's trying to put a group together to buy it. Would you buy that?
I think that's a great idea. I mean, one of the best things that can happen here is TikTok gets sold, that there be a firewall between TikTok and Beijing. The whole problem, Bill, is Beijing's access to our personal information through TikTok. That's the national security threat.
Okay, Senator, thank you for your time. Josh Hawley, Republican from Missouri. Thanks.